For years, I know a lot of you have really wanted to see my room. You want to know all the cool little collectibles and stuff I happen to own. Well, get ready, because here it is. Roomy, isn't it?
Welcome to a humble commode.
Abode.
Oh, whatever.
For real though, thanks so much to the artists I hired on Fiverr. Here they is, and I'll provide you a link to them in the description if you want to hire them, and I recommend it for sure. So for this update video, I just kind of want to flaunt it a little bit and take you around and show you what's all here and why it's here. But first, let's talk about some important stuff you may or may not care about. I'm starting a new show on this channel, which is what this was all mainly for. I'm making a new show that's mainly filler, as making NitPicks has gotten a little bit more stressful and a lot more consuming as of late, and I'm just horrible at time management. And with life and jobs for content creators such as Dash Splash, and the fact I just got a job at a diner, the main NitPick show are taking a lot more time, and I really don't want to kill myself trying to do this, especially because I'm not getting any reward for it yet. However, on the other hand, not only will I stress myself out not uploading to this channel and abandoning it every couple of months, it would also nuke my channel, making it dead. And if you know me, I don't like nukes or dead channels. So what's the solution here? Well, filler content. In tandem with the main NitPicks, which will of course be the main draw to this channel, I will be doing topic videos about certain gripes I have with the gaming/media industry, or certain fan bases, or whatever the such I want to talk about, and they'll probably be a little over or under 10 minutes. And since this is filler, I'm going to try to get them all out fairly quickly. Of course, don't assume I'm just gonna not put effort in, because of course I'm going to, but it'll just be a style that'll take less time to produce. And I'll try to release one, maybe 2 episodes every month. If I'm working on like a huge video that I need a lot of time on, if you see multiple of these filler episodes in a row, then you know something big is on the horizon. So with all that being said, let me know what topics or ideas you'd like me to cover. We could delve into certain companies, certain genres, certain controversies, all that sort of stuff. What I will stress though is that I won't be making anything based only on one media. Looking at you, Sonic fans. I'm not making an 8-minute video talking about the best Sonic character, especially because I can sum it up in 1 second. Silver. And I don't need to explain anything. Back to what I said about big projects, however, I'll let you in on stuff I'm working on in the background. Of course, I just released the Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog video, and in typical me uploading a Sonic video fashion, that video did pretty well in terms of views, which I appreciate, thanks a lot. But also, hey Sonic fans, I make other stuff, you know. Of course, I'm trying to get the Mario series underway, currently working on the Super Mario World NitPick, and I really want to try to make a Kingdom Hearts series in preparation for Kingdom Hearts 4. And fun fact, I haven't played any of the Kingdom Hearts games besides only a few hours into the first one, so when I'm confused by the lore, it'll be real. My goal is to try to make at least NitPicks on 1 Chain of Memories and 2 by the end of the year, as I'm sure I'm in no rush to get to 3 before 4 comes out, because, well, just look when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. Another series I'm trying to produce is NitPicks on the Assassin's Creed series, but I have no idea how that's going to go, because I've been busy with literally everything else I've been talking about. I played the first Assassin's Creed, just haven't finished it, and it's been a while since I played it. Speaking of open world games, I was actually trying to produce a NitPick on Zelda's Wild Breath in the lead up to Tears of the Kingdom, and I still even have the footage of it rotting on my hard drive for a little over a year now. But currently there's no script for it? Why is that? Well, someone, I won't name who, approached me to do a collab on it last year. I played the game, I put in the hours, I finished it, I put up the script, I told them to write in it, and they never did. By the way, they were also supposed to be in the big Sonic Tuber collab, and they said they'd be in it 2 days after the deadline and still never did it. This is why I never liked Z's. Anyway, grudges toward content creators aside, I'm working on one big huge video that I'm both nervous and very excited about, and I think a lot of you people will like it. Do any of you remember the company Telltale Games? Well, that's all I'm going to say for now, and I'm going to show you a clip with a ton of blur on it.
Or smash his head in.
Jesus!
This is absolutely Among Us.
I don't know what to do. So I hope you look forward to that, and if it does well, which I really hope it does, I also want to look at other Telltale games, as I've recently been on a bit of a Telltale Games kick. Now, let's see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, I did say in my last video, hello everybody, NitPicker here, and I'm starting an OnlyFans. Yeah, I sued the ship and got all my money back, so I don't need it anymore. So now, let me show you around my abode. If you don't care, you can skip to the Q&A, but I paid $40 for this, so let's talk about it. So let's start directly down here on the coffee table, where I have a Sonic boom box and some CDs lying around. I actually own all the CDs that are on here. now that I've ordered Unleashed by Skillet literally while typing the script, and I'm not releasing this video until I own everything in this room. It has to be authentic. Besides the Sonic Boombox, that's rare. But let's go through the albums I do have. I have 2 Nate Wants to Battle albums, both being What You Want and Sandcastle Kingdoms. I'm a huge fan of Nate Wants to Battle, and that was before even Sonic Frontiers was announced. Hell, even before Forces was announced even. In fact, I was one of the people that actually really wanted him to be in a Sonic game, and that was before his Gotta Go Fast album too. My point is I'm not just a fan of Nate Wants to Battle because of Sonic. It's because of FNAF. We also had the Spider-Verse soundtrack CD, which my friend Mal gave me for my birthday one year, which was really cool of him. But the Spider-Verse soundtrack is actually just really good in general. Really excited for Across the Spider-Verse, by the way. It's looking peak. Shinedown, Sound of Madness, the best Shinedown album for sure, would recommend. And I also have the previously mentioned Skillet Unleashed. And no, I don't like it just because it sounds like Sonic Unleashed. My life doesn't revolve around Sonic. It's just my personal favorite and has some songs I love, like Back from the Dead, Stars, Resistance, and Lions, just to name a few. And if you're wondering if my love for Skillet came from Sonic AMVs, yes, but also because I made AMVs in the past. But that's actually one of the reasons why I put them here, because they represent my past a little bit. Just a little slice of my past life before I yelled about Balan Wonderworld. I also have Daughtry here because I love a lot of his songs, and pretty much every song from this album I like, and I found it in my aunt's house, which she let me keep. Thank you, Aunt. Whoever had this had great taste. True Blue Best of Sonic the Hedgehog, which as implies is some of Sonic's best music, which is a lie because it doesn't include Lazy Days Living in Paradise, so this is a total scam. But it makes up for it with Open Your Heart Crush 40 versus Bentley Jones remix. But enough about CDs. I know you probably want me to talk about the figures on the shelf to my left and your right, so in that case, I'm going to talk about the posters next and save them till last. We'll start over here with Ninjago Crystallized. If you've seen my Sonic Forces nitpick, you're aware I like Ninjago. What you may or may not know is that Ninjago consumes my inner being. The show just ended recently, except it didn't. It got rebooted in a new direction, except it didn't because it looks the same. However, the reboot, soft reboot, whatever it turns out to be, the original 16 seasons of Ninjago will always probably be my favorite TV show, and I really enjoy Crystallize. Even if the ending wasn't exactly what I wanted, I was still pretty satisfied with it, and it's the best poster, so that's why I chose it. Next up, we have Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and let's just say, you all better be glad I don't talk about movies very often, or else I would be shoving in your face how much I adored this movie. It's probably one of, if not my favorite movies of all time, especially DreamWorks movies anyway. And yes, I prefer Puss in Boots: The Last Wish over Shrek 2. Yeah, go ahead, flame me in the comments all you want. Sonic Adventure 2, still my favorite Sonic game, with Frontiers being a close second, but really I just prefer the SA2 poster, I thought it'd be cooler. And last but not least, My Hero Academia. I chose the Season 6 poster as that's the latest season and my personal favorite either way. Alright, so let's head on over to this lampstand where you'll find a Banjo-Kazooie amiibo. One of 4 amiibo I have in real life, the rest being Lucario, Inkling, and of course Sonic. I chose this one because not only do I think it looks the coolest, I didn't want to put something else Sonic related in, so. We also have this Sonic hat. I wanted things to look a little bit laid back, and I was just trying to add more life to the room, and I saw my hat on the bed and was like, sure, put it there on the couch. And now to the shelf of collectibles. I have all this in real life as well. By the time I have uploaded this, I have the Jay and Kai plush, and at the time I bought them, they didn't make a Cole one yet, and when they did, I never bought it until now. Of course, I chose Cole because I'm literally named after him, and he's my favorite ninja regardless, no bias. The rest I do have in real life, like the classic Sonic statue that came with the Sonic Mania Collector's Edition. The first ever Collector's Edition for a game I ever got, and it's a cool little collectible. I thought it fit the room. The other thing I have is the Final Fantasy VII Remake Deluxe Edition, which is honestly my favorite thing in the collection. Not only do I just love Final Fantasy VII Remake in general, as it's just a fun game, but this Deluxe Edition is really cool. Not only does it come in a thick box, but it comes with a case and steelbook, a soundtrack CD with some of the songs, and a beautiful art book. And finally, we have this cute Deku plush I own. This is constantly over my desk, so that was the first thing I thought of to put in. And with that, that's the room. I hope you enjoyed it, and again, thank you so much to the artist. I am absolutely in love with it. Now, on to the Q&A. What's the weirdest glitch you've ever experienced, be it a Sonic game or any game? Bonus points if you do both. Well, for Sonic, I actually experienced a glitch in Sonic Frontiers that I've been meaning to share, and now's the perfect excuse to. I was on Kronos Island just messing around, and then I jumped off the automated rail segment and just somehow flew away out of bounds. I don't know how I'll show it because I don't know if I can just download PlayStation replays or if I have to record it and just cut it up, but I'll show it to some extent. That's probably the weirdest glitch I've ever experienced. A similar one is this. Hit you, then you get flown right into the stratosphere into the water, or sometimes even out of the map. Did Blaze ever give you another chance? No. Your favorite nitpick video? I have a couple of answers. The recent one I put out with the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog I think is pretty funny. There's also the Sonic Forces one where I had two of me interacting at the same time. But I think my favorite is probably the Ivy the Kiwi video. That one had the most effort I put into anything ever and it took up a lot of my time and I think it turned out pretty good in the end. Favorite binge-worthy shows? I'm not much of a binger. I didn't have the time for it. In fact, the main reason why I don't watch things is because I'm scared of wanting to binge it instead of getting work done. First world problems, I'm aware. But if it's something I really care about, I'm gonna watch regardless. You know, something I planned around in advance, I'll binge it. Like, I binged Sonic Prime twice when that came out. How? Yes. How do we live life? How do we keep going through this worthless life of ours? How do we keep pressing on when we have no faith or motivation to do so? Favorite Sonic art style? If we're talking cutscenes, I'd probably say Secret Rings and Black Knight storybook styles. More specifically, Black Knights, as I feel they push the boundaries a little bit more and it looks really cool in my opinion. Gameplay-wise, it depends how I'm feeling. If I want a more cartoony style, I say Sonic Heroes. If I'm feeling more of a realistic style, I say Sonic Unleashed. Thoughts on Sega using nostalgia to drive these Sonic games? Hey Sega! Stop! Favorite Sonic ship? Sylvaise. What color is your Bugatti? Just kidding. Why are you just kidding, huh? You don't think I own a Bugatti? Of course I got a Bugatti. It's black and blue. In Forza Horizon 5. Any plans for reviewing Sonic Likes, Freedom Planet, Spark the Electric Jester, Defunct, or the Project Rascal demo? Maybe in the future, but for now, not really planning on it. And now for our last question. Explain in excruciating detail your worst public restroom story. I don't really have a bad public restroom story, except for a minor one where when I was a kid, for whatever reason at church, I would always look over the stalls to see if somebody was in there, not expecting anybody to be. But one day I did it, and then there actually was someone there trying to take a shit. We locked eyes for a brief nanosecond as I made it to my stall, and I never did it again. I do have one close call story, however. It wasn't in public, but this story is so good, I'll count it. But one day last year, I had a sandwich with a lot of jalapenos on it. Don't judge me, that's how I like it. And I was taking the trash cans up to the road, you know, like you're supposed to every week. But before I left, my stomach felt a little upset, but I ignored it. And as I went up to the road, my stomach was not happy, like at all. But I was like, well, let's just hurry this up and I'll use the bathroom when I get home. And I was hurrying as quick as I can, but on the way back, I was shaking, dude. Like, I was shaking. I finally made it to the bathroom and was watching a Scott the Woz video to help ease the process a little bit. But while I was sitting there watching, I was not having a good time, dude. Like, my stomach hated me, and my butthole wasn't the biggest fan of me either. I was like, oh no, oh no, I'm gonna be found passed out in this bathroom floor. I won't even be able to wipe first. I braced for impact, just hoping I could hold on, and then I made it through just fine. That was it at the end.